Welcome back, Renegades. Today we got some gameplay with Red Sanji with the Straw Hat version 1 and OPO 10 meta. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. If you like the content, your friends may as well. All matches will be timestamped in the description so you guys can find a specific matchup you'd like easier. Alright, let's get into it. Up first, we have Sanji versus Blackbeard. We choose to go first. We're just going to deploy out a Nami Searcher here. We're going to grab the Tony Chopper from O10, and just passing it back over to the opponent. Opponent's going to use their search event to get a Kuzan, playing out a Luffy. Passing back over to us, we're at 3 Dawn now. So we're going to go 5 into life, they take this hit. Now we're going to deploy down the Sanji, using its activate main, plus the extra Dawn, giving it rush with our leader. We're going to pressure 8 into life here. The opponent takes this hit. They use the finger gun trigger to get rid of our Sanji. Just passing it over. They're going to use the Luffy to search out a liberation, playing down their stage here, and they get a Van Augur. Opponent's going to put 1 down on leader, pressure 6 into life here. We're going to give them a 2k. They're going to use their leader effect and pass it back over to us. So our on plays are not going to be used. Not a big deal with this deck. We're going to put 4 on our Nami, pressuring 6 into life. Opponent's going to give us the counters here. We're going to put 1 on Sanji and go 6 into life again. They take this hit. We just pass it back over to them. Opponent's going to go 5 into our Nami. Going to give that to them. They're going to use their stage and get a stronger. They're going to play down a Kuzan from O10. So we can't remove this from the field by our effects. And they can trash it to bring back a Blackbeard pirate from their trash. We're going to go 6 into life with our leader. They counter. We're going to play down a Frankie. And we're going to go 8 into life here. They take this hit. We're just going to pass it back over to them. They're going to use their stage, putting 5 Dawn on Kuzan, pressuring 10 into the rested Frankie. We're going to give them the counters here to keep that alive. They did get a Shiru after stage search. Now they're going to use Kuzan's effect to bring back Jesus Burgess from the trash. They're going to use their Lafitte search to get a Basco shot, and then they attack into life. And now they're going to play out the Basco shot. They did shut off our on play abilities. We're going to put 3 on our leader, and we're going to attack 8 into life with Sanji. They're going to use their blocker here. Now we have another 8k swing with Frankie. They're going to take this hit. We're going to deploy down another Frankie, giving it rush with our leader, pressuring another 8k into life. Opponent attempts to counter, but we get this one. Here we have Sanji versus Yellow Kid. Opponent chooses to go second. We're going to play down our Nami here, getting a Frankie. I'm just going to pass it over to the opponent. Opponent just passes it back. We get 3 Dawn. We're going to attack 5 into life with our leader. We're going to use a 3 Dawn on Nami, pressuring 5 into life again. They counter out. They're going to pressure back into our Nami. We give that to them. They're going to play down a Shirahoshi blocker and passing it back to us. We're going to attack with our Sanji. They take this hit. We're going to deploy down a 4-6 Luffy, giving it rush, going 6 into life. They counter, passing it back to the opponent. Opponent's going to go 6 into our rested Luffy. We're going to give them the counter here. They're going to play down Gadatsu, getting rid of our Luffy and passing it back over to us. We're going to deploy down the Sanji here, giving it rush, and adding 2 extra Dawn to it, making an 8k swing into life. They're going to use their blocker here. They're going to put 1 on our Sanji leader and go 6. They're going to counter. Pass back. We do leave 1 Dawn open. Opponent's going to go 6 into life here. I'm going to give them the 2k. They're going to go 6 again with Gadatsu. Going to give another 2k. And they play down their Law, which allows them to put a Supernova from their hand on top of their life, giving a Dawn. So they use their leader effect there at the end to give that Law blocker. We're going to pressure 6 into life. They take this hit. Now we're going to go 5 into life as well. They counter out that one. Now we're going to drop the 8-10 Shanks here. And we're going to give it rush. And we're going to pressure 10 into life. See if they want to use their blocker. They take this hit. And we just pass it back. Do leave 1 Dawn. They're going to play Luffy Searcher out. They got a Law. They're going to go 6 into the rested Sanji. We're going to take that. Gadatsu's pressuring 6 into life. We're going to take this. A 9k swing with their Law. We're going to take this as well. They're going to play down a Kid using its on play to rest it and trash our top card of our life. And at the end of their turn, they can do different things to draw cards filtering using their leader effect. So we're going to go 7 here with our leader. They take this hit. We still have 8 Dawn to work with. We're going to put 2 on our Shanks, pressuring 12. They're going to use the Useless Kid as a blocker and counter out. Going to give deploy Sanji and give it rush. Putting 1 on the Sanji. We're going to try to pressure the Gadatsu here, 7 into 6. Got another 2k out of hand. We left 2 Dawn open. They're going to go 6 into life with their leader. We're going to counter out. They're going to go 7 with Gadatsu into life. We're going to use a guard point here. They're going to play down another Eustace Kid, trashing top card of our life. Now they're going to pressure 9 with their Law. I'm going to take this hit. They're going to go 9 again with the Eustace. We're going to use our last guard point and a couple counters out of hand. They're using their end of the turn abilities with their Eustace Kids to draw and filter. They're going to use their leader effect, readying the kid and making it blocker. So they have 2 cards in hand, 1 life. So we're going to put 1 on our Sanji character, go 7 into life here, 7 into 5. They're going to use that blocker. Now we're going to go 10 with the Shanks. They'll have to take this. And we're just going to put the rest of the Dawn on our leader. And we're going to pressure 14k into life. They're going to counter what they got, but we got it. Here we have Sanji versus Caesar Clown. We're going to go first. Going to Dawn. Just passing it over to the opponent. They're going to play down Virgo, which is the searcher for them. They got a Monty. They're going to play down a Buggy. And they're going to get Imperial Ivankov. And passing it back over to us. 1 Dawn on leader. We're going to attack 6 into life here. Opponent's going to counter out. Going to deploy down our Sanji, giving it rush. Using its effect. Going 7 into life as well. They take this hit. We just pass it back. So Caesar's going to pressure 5 into our rested Sanji character here. We're going to let him have it. They're going to play down Ulti, which allows them to draw a card. They're going to pass it back over. We're at 5 Dawn. We're going to put 1 on our leader. We're going to pressure 6 into life. They're going to give us another counter. We're going to deploy down the 4/6 Luffy, giving it rush. We're going to attack 6 into 5 again. They're going to counter out. And we just pass it back over to them. Going to play down another Virgo, getting a Gum Gum UFO. They're going to use the Gum Gum UFO, which gives minus 4,000. They're going to do that to the Luffy, and then they're going to pressure it with a Buggy. Ulti's going to attack. We're going to take this. They're going to put 3 on their Clown, going 8 into life. We're going to counter out. Back to us. We're going to drop down the Frankie here, give it rush. We're going to go 8 into that rested Ulti. They're going to give that to us. We're going to go 5 into the Buggy. We're just going to do some board control. Passing it back. They're going to play down the Ivankov and into the Inazuma. And they're going to go pressure 6 into life. We're going to counter out. Back to us. We're going to go 8 with our Frankie into life. We're going to take this hit. We're going to go 5 with our leader, pressuring life again. We're going to counter out this time. Do the 8-10 Shanks here, giving it rush, pressuring 10k into life. They'll have to take this hit. And we just pass it back over to them. They're going to play down Newgate here. They're going to use the Gum Gum UFO to give our Frankie minus 4,000. Then Newgate's going to get rid of it. They're going to pressure 8 with the Ivankov into life. We're going to take this hit. They're going to go 6 into life. Going to give him a 2k. And then they're going to pressure 7 with the Inazuma. We're going to use guard point. Opponent passes it back over to us. We have the 10k Shanks. We're going to pressure life. They take this hit. We're just going to put the remaining 10 Dawn on our leader and try to close this game out. So we're going to go 15 into life. And we got it. Here we have Sanji versus Dopey. We're going to go first. Going to get a Dawn, play out a Nami Searcher, grabbing the Frankie, passing it over to the opponent. Opponent's going to play down a Sengoku, searching up a Marshall D. Teach, playing down a Perona, placing cards on top of the deck, and passing it back over to us. We're going to play down the Nami for starter deck 1. We're going to play down the Sanji 2k, using our leader effect and Sanji's effect, as well as Nami's. We're going to pressure 7 into life with our Sanji. They take this hit, and then we're going to go 6k with leader into life. They take this hit as well. We just pass it back over to them. They're going to play down the Teach, using the Teach effect, placing a card on top of their deck, giving 2 rested Dawn to leader. They're going to pressure our rested Sanji with their Sengoku. We're going to counter out. Dopey's going to go 7 into life, deploying Jinbei off of life, and then Boa Hancock going 8 into life. We're going to take this hit. Passing back over to us, we're going to put 1 on our Nami Searcher, pressuring 3 into that rested Sengoku. They give that one. We're going to go 5 into the Jinbei here. They're going to use their blocker. Going to deploy out the Loopy 4/6 Vanilla, giving it rush. We're going to pressure 6 into the Jinbei again. They're going to give us a counter here. We're going to use the Nami to put a rested Dawn on our Sanji. Using the Sanji's effect, we're going to pressure 8 into that rested Jinbei. They give it up that time. We just pass it back over to them. We're going to play down to Sengoku again. They get a Jinbei. I'm going to put 1 on Perona, pressuring into the Sanji again. Going to give them a counter. Marshall D. Teach is going to pressure 3 into the Sanji. Give him another counter. Boa's going to go 6 into 3. We're going to give it to him that time. Deploying down the Perona. And they're going to put some Dawn on leader. Going 7 into the rested Luffy. They got an Edward Weevil, which they're going to switch out of Perona for. We're going to counter out. Back to us. We have 2 guard points here. We're going to pressure 6 with our Luffy into the Teach. They give that up. We're going to play down the Nami, giving it rush with leader, using the other Nami to give it arrested Dawn, and pressuring 8 into the rested Boa. Opponent's going to counter out here. We're going to go 5 into life with our leader. They take this hit. We're going to pass back. We're going to put 1 on Weevil, going 7k into our rested Nami. We're going to counter. 1 on Boa, going 7 into the rested Luffy. We're going to use a guard point here. Going to play down a Jinbei, getting a Weevil, drawing them a card. Putting 1 on their leader, or 2 on the leader, pressuring the counter. Back over to us. So we did draw the 2k Sanji again. We're going to put 3 Dawn on our Luffy, pressuring 9 into life. They're going to take this hit. Going to put 2 on our Nami, making a 9k swing into life. They're going to counter. Going to put 2 on leader, pressuring 7k into life. They take this. We're going to play down our 2k Sanji, using its ability plus our leader effect to give it rush. And we're going to attack 7 into life. See if we can close this game out. Alright. Up next, Sanji versus Shanks. We're going first. Get a Dawn pass it. They drop the 2k Sanji. We're going to put 1 onto our leader, going 6. They take it. Debating here if we want to play out the Luffy. We're going to use the Luffy here and just passing over. They're going to play down a Lucky Roo. Going to go 5 into life. They did use their Sanji's ability here, going 7 into life as well. We're going to give them the counters here. Depending what we wanted to give them up. Give them that Luffy there. Back over to us, we're at 5 Dawn. 2 on leader, making a 7k swing into life. They're going to use their leader effect to make it a 6k. And they're just going to counter out. Going to play down the Sanji from OP10. We're going to attack 3 with our Luffy into the rested Sanji. They give that to us. Now we have a 6k swing into life, which they give. We're just going to pass it back over to the opponent. They're going to play down the 5-6 ace, putting 1 on leader, going 6 into our Nami. We're going to give it to him and draw a card. Back over to us. 1 on leader, going 6 into life. They're just going to give us the counter here. We're going to play down a Frankie, using our Luffy on field's ability, giving it 2 rested Dawn. We're going to go 5, but they give it leader effect. We're going to give Frankie rush, going 8 into 5. They're going to take this hit. We'll just pass it back over to them. They're going to play down the Dragon, putting the 2 rested Dawn on Dragon, making an 11k swing into the Frankie here. We're going to give them the counters we need to keep this alive. They're going to go 6 into our rested Luffy. We're going to give them that. And 5 into life here we'll take. Back over to us, we get the 2k Sanji. We're going to pressure 8 with our Frankie into life. They're going to use their blocker here. We're going to put 4 on our leader, going 9 into life. See if we can get some of those counters out of hand. Alright, we got quite a bit of cards out of hand. We're going to play down our Sanji here, using its effect and leader effect, plus the 2 extra Dawn. We're going to pressure into the rested ace there, 9 into 6. Just trying to clear a little bit of the board off. We got some 2Ks in hand. They're going to play down a Silver's Rayleigh as a blocker, putting 2 Dawn on 3. 3 Dawn on Dragon, 2 on leader, going 7 into the rested Sanji with their leader. Give that to him. 12 into our rested Frankie. We're going to counter out with a guard point and a 2K. Back over to us. So they have 4 cards in hand, 1 life. So we're going to try to close this game out here. We're going to go 10 into 5. They're going to use their blocker. We're going to put 3 on our leader, going 8 into life. They're going to counter out here. Though they used the counter and then took the life, which was, I'm not sure what that was about. So we're going to play down the 4-6 Luffy, giving it rush, adding a Dawn, pressuring 7 into life here, and we close this one out. Sanji versus Purple Luffy. Opponent's going first. Put a Dawn, passing it over to us. We're going to deploy out our Nami from starter deck. Just pass it back. They're going to go 5 with their leader into life. Yeah, we're going to give him a counter here. That 7-9 Luffy's alright, but they're going to use their leader effect and drop out Zorojuro, getting Usahachi, passing it back to us. 5k swing into Luffy here. They're going to counter. We're going to drop down to Sanji from OP10, using the Nami's ability, giving Arrested Dawn, and pressuring 7 into life here. They're going to counter out. We're going to pass the turn. We do have a guard point open. They're going to use a 6k swing with a Zorojuro into life here. Take this first hit. 5 with Luffy into the rested Nami. We're going to use a guard point. They're going to use their leader effect, taking a life, ramping at Dawn. Playing the 7 drop Sanji there. With the on play, they can rest something and gain rush. So they're going to go 7k swing into our rested 3k Nami. We're going to take this, drawing a card. Back over to us. We're just going to chip 5 with leader first, see what the opponent wants to do. It's going to give us a counter out of hand. We're going to drop down our Frankie, giving it rush, using the Nami effect to give it a rested Dawn. We're going to pressure 9 into the rested Zorojuro. They do let us have that. We just pass it back. They're going to put 4 on their Sanji, going 11 into the rested Frankie for 8. It's a lot of counter, but we're going to give it to them. Gave up quite a lot of counters out of hand here. They went 5 into life with their leader. We take this, and they're going to play down the Nami blocker. Trashing 1 and drawing 2. Back over to us. We draw a Nami Searcher. We're going to play that out. We're going to grab the Tony Chopper, put 2 on our leader. We're going to pressure 7 into life. We're going to counter out. We have an 8k swing here with Frankie. We're going to pressure that rested Sanji. They're going to use their blocker. I'm going to drop down, what is that, Nami, and give it a rested Dawn, giving it rush for leader, going 8 into that rested Sanji. They countered again. So their hand's getting pretty low, and we're starting to establish some good bodies. They're going to play out Usahachi. They rested something. It looked like they rested our little Nami there that gave rested Dawn. They're going to go 10 into the Frankie here with the Sanji. We're going to give them the last bit of counter we have in hand. Opponent's going to play down Zorojuro, getting a Sanji. 2k. Passing it back over to us. We draw into a Nami. We're going to put 3 on our leader, pressuring 8 into life. They take this hit. Going to put 1 on our big Nami, going 8 into life. They take this hit. We have an 8k Frankie. We're just going to chip for 8. Get some of those counters out of hand. We're going to play down the other Nami here, giving it a Dawn, giving it rush, pressuring 9 into, or 8, sorry, into the Sanji. They give that to us. We just pass it over. 1 on their Zorojuro, 7k swing into the Nami. We have to take this. We have no cards. Big Mom comes down, the 9-drop Linlin. I'm going to use their on play effect to ramp it. They're going to gain a life and then put Frank at the bottom of our life. 5 into life here. We have to take. We do get a Sanji, and we draw in on our turn. We draw into the 4/6 Luffy. 1 on leader here. We're going to pressure 6. See if that's a 2k in hand. Yep. So they gave that to us. We're going to put 2 on our big Nami, going 9. Now we're going to play out the Sanji, giving it rush, and putting the rest of the Dawn on it. And we're trying to close this game out with a 10k swing. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And as always, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.